Have you ever noticed how 5 minutes can feel like forever when you're waiting for a game to load, a movie to start, or your turn to speak, but somehow the entire weekend can disappear in what feels like a single blink when you're having fun? Or maybe you've stared at the clock in class watching the second hand crawl around the circle like a sleepy snail carrying a heavy backpack, and wondered how time can feel so slow and so fast at the exact same moment. That curious, stretchy, sneaky thing we're talking about is called time, and humans have been scratching their heads about it for thousands of years, asking big questions like, what is time, really, and why does it act so weird? At first, time seems simple because we use clocks, calendars, alarms, and schedules to keep it under control, chopping it into seconds, minutes, hours, days, and years like neat slices of a giant invisible cake. But philosophers love to point out that just because we measure something doesn't mean we fully understand it, especially when time can feel completely different depending on what you're doing, how you're feeling, and what's happening inside your mind. Some thinkers say time is like a river that never stops flowing, carrying everything along with it, whether we want to move or not, gently drifting past birthdays, homework, assignments, holidays, and awkward moments you wish you could rewind and redo. Others imagine time as a long road stretching from the past, through the present, and into the future, with you standing on a tiny moving dot called now, which never stays still no matter how hard you try to grab it. The past is filled with memories, stories, and moments that already happened, like pages in a book you've read before, while the future is a mysterious blank notebook full of empty pages waiting to be written. And the present, that slippery now, is the only place where you can actually do anything at all, even though it vanishes almost as soon as you notice it. Some philosophers even joke that the present is like trying to catch a bubble with your hands. By the time you say, "I've got it," it's already popped and turned into the past. Scientists add their own twist by explaining that time isn't just something we feel, but something connected to the universe itself, moving differently depending on speed, gravity, and where you are, which means time is not as simple or steady as it looks on a clock. That sounds wild, but it helps explain why time can feel faster when you're excited, slower when you're bored, and strangely stretchy when you're nervous, scared, or waiting for something important. Your brain plays a big role here because it doesn't experience time like a ruler or a stopwatch. Instead, your brain experiences moments, emotions, changes, and memories, stitching them together into a story that sometimes rushes forward and sometimes crawls along like it's stuck in mud. This is why a single afternoon can feel long and short at the same time, long while it is happening, but short when you look back and realize it's already gone. Some philosophers ask an even bigger question and wonder whether time is something that exists on its own, like a giant invisible clock ticking in the background of the universe, or something humans invented to help make sense of change. After all, without people to notice it, name it, and measure it, would time still be time, or would things just happen, change, and move without labels? There are also thinkers who say time deeply connected to change, because if nothing ever changed, there would be no way to tell one moment from another, and time would feel like a frozen picture instead of a moving story. Change gives time its heartbeat, growing taller, learning new things, forgetting old jokes, making new friends. Watching leaves fall, snow melt, and birthdays stack up year after year. Time also teaches us something important about life, even though it can be a little bossy and unfair sometimes. You can't pause it, you can't rewind it, and you can't jump ahead to see how everything turns out. But you can choose what you do with the moments you're given. Some philosophers say that because time keeps moving, each moment becomes precious, like a snowflake that melts the instant it lands in your hand. That doesn't mean you have to rush through life, but it does mean that paying attention, being present, and caring about what you do right now actually matters. Time can be a teacher, too, showing you that mistakes don't last forever, that feelings change, and that even the hardest days eventually become part of the past. It also reminds you that growth takes time, whether you're learning a new skill, healing from something painful, or becoming the kind of person you want to be. So when you ask, what is time? The answer isn't just numbers on a clock or dates on a calendar. Time is movement. Time is change. Time is memory. Time is possibility. It's the quiet force that turns not yet into now, and now into remember when. Next time you notice time feeling slow, fast, stretchy, or sneaky, pause for a second and think about how amazing it is that you get to experience it at all. Because this moment, right here, right now, is already becoming a memory. And how you choose to live inside it is what turns time into your story.